Hey everybody, welcome back to Make Your Belly Happy Barbecue. I'm Scott, and tonight, it's nighttime now I guess, I'm going to make one of my favorite pub foods. I worked at a little pub back in a couple years ago and called the Golf Hazard, and it was just right off of a golf course, and it kind of played on the name of the owner's last name is Golf. And so the Golf Hazard, awesome place to work, met a lot of awesome people. But while I was there, we did fried pickles, but they were, the frozen pickle slices, deep fried. And under one of the circumstances, I happened to have a whole jar of dill pickles, the spears. So didn't really have anything to do with them because we put them on sandwiches every now and then, or with the sandwich, but it just didn't sell enough. And they needed the juice to make this drink called a pickleback. If you've ever had it, it's Jameson whiskey and pickle juice chaser, and it's like the nastiest thing I've ever had in my mouth. So, but anyway, so I thought, well, what if I could make fried pickles with those extra pickles? And so I did. And I floured them, then I did a milk and egg wash, and then I breadcrumbed, then I deep fried them, and they turned out phenomenal. If you ever been to a restaurant called Quaker Steak and Lube, they do pickle spears, deep fried pickle spears, and they're really good. So tonight we're going to do that, and then I'm going to make a Southwest ranch dipping sauce to go with it. So let's look at some of our ingredients we're going to need. I start with Duke's Mayo, best mayo out there. This is going to be a buttermilk ranch, so I'm going to take about a cup of buttermilk to a cup of mayo, and ranch packet of that. Then you'll need some breadcrumbs. You need flour, egg, and milk. A little bit of lemon juice, but this is for the ranch dip. Some kosher Dill's pickle spears. You can use whatever pickles you want. You can use slices if you want, but man, it'd take forever to bread those suckers. And then I've got a list of spices that's going to go in with the ranch dip, and that is chili powder, cumin, paprika, cayenne, just a dash of cayenne. It depends on how hot you want it. Some crushed red peppers, AP, salt, pepper, garlic, and some onion powder, and oregano, and that's it. So, and that'll make it into that Southwest kind of Tex-Mex flavor dipping sauce. So, first thing you need to do is I'm going to take these pickles. I'm going to get the juice out, get them all out of the juice, get them laid out on paper towels so they're nice and dry. And while that's the pickles are kind of drying out, I'm going to make my buttermilk ranch Southwest ranch dipping sauce, whatever you want to call it. So let's get that. All right, so we're going to make this Southwest ranch dipping sauce for our fried pickles. I got everything right here. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some 1 cup of Duke's mayonnaise, stick it down in my bowl here, scrape out all that good stuff there, waste not, want not. Alright, set that off to the side. My hand, I've got a little mayonnaise on my hands. If you haven't seen me use this thing, it's dish towels around like a neck strap, and it's just handier than socks on a rooster, I'm telling you. Alright, so I'm going to take my ranch powder. It's Hidden Valley Ranch. You can use, I guess, generic flavors or whatever, but ranch is Hidden Valley is basically who created ranch, if you ask me. And we're going to give that a good mix in here with our mixer. Just to get it kind of mixed up to start with. And then we're going to take a cup of buttermilk. And this will get it really good here, really kind of thins it out and thickens it at the same time. So let me get this mixed up. Alright, we got it mixed up. I'm just going to take my spoon, got some ranch on there, and or not my spoon, my little scraper here, and I'm going to scrape the sides down, and I'm going to get it really good and mixed up. Try not to spill too much of it. And now that's all, you want to smooth it out so there's no clumps of mayonnaise left in there, and just get real smooth. And then we're going to add all of our spices. The down in the description, I'll put the recipe to all of this here to make the Southwest. And then, you know, may have to add some salt and pepper. You know, everything has its own, you know, taste. So let me get this all mixed up here. Scraping the sides of the bowl as I go. And hopefully this will all come out pretty good. I'm going to let it set in the refrigerator. Let it thicken up. It'll thicken up a little bit in the refrigerator. Start getting a little Southwest color to it. Kind of getting an orangish color to it. So, got some on my shirt, going to stain there. Let me taste it. I think I'm going to put my blades on here, my mixing blades, and give it a good little mix again. And then just give it a little boost of flavor. I'm going to just give it a little shot of lemon juice, not much. Just little squirts. Get that mixed up. And there you go. Our ranch dipping sauce for our fried pickles. So let me get the pickles and see if they're all dried up, and we'll get started on that part of this video. Southwest ranch dipping sauce in the refrigerator chilling, and kind of it'll thicken up as the mayonnaise thickens up in it. It'll thicken up. I got some oil on in my cast iron skillet. It's heating up. Probably not that much, just enough to cover the pickles. You know, you're going to roll them around in it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take and flour these pickles. So I'm going to take each pickle, just kind of roll it in flour, coat it real good, set it on a plate. Pickle, flour, plate. And I'm going to do that to all of these, and then we'll let it sit on. Let that flour get kind of tacky. That helps the breadcrumb stick to it. So, and then we'll dip it in flour. Then we go to the egg and milk wash, then the breadcrumbs, and all that together. It just kind of helps stick together and all that, because pickles, it's hard to stick the breadcrumbs to the pickles if you don't use the flour and the egg wash and stuff. So let me get the rest of these floured up, and we'll get to going. All right, so we got our flour and our pickles all floured up nice and neat. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to dip them in an egg wash, and then roll them in the breadcrumbs, and then set them in a pan. Now, once you're done, you can freeze them, and freeze them, just lay them on a flat pan, put them in the freezer, and let it get a good freeze, and then you can stick them down in a Ziploc bag and save them for later. You can make a bunch at once, you know. I'm going to probably freeze about half of these so I can take some up on the mountain to go feed my partner and Amy over there. Feed Scott and Amy because they really love pickles. But I'm not over there now, so doing this here in the RV. Cooking in the RV is kind of harder than having a full-size kitchen, but we make do with what we got. All right, so we're going to take each floured pickle, get it down and get it coated with some egg milk, and then drop it in our bag. In our pan with breadcrumbs. So what you got is a breadcrumb coated pickle. This is plain breadcrumbs, but I added Italian seasoning, some garlic, some onion salt, and pepper. So, oops, missed a step. So we dip this in the egg milk. Go ahead and roll it around in the bread crumbs. I prefer the Italian breadcrumbs because it's already got pre-seasoned, but every time I go to the store, they're out of them. So whoever makes them must have the coronavirus or something. I don't know, but everything's running out. So you know, these guys are doing the best they can. So please be patient when you're out there working, going to the grocery stores and stuff. You know, if you've never worked retail, then you don't really understand that waiting in line 5 or 10 minutes is not that big of a deal. It really isn't. So show your respect to these people because they need it. They're working hard and they're on the front lines, I guess, if you call it that. They're out there, you know, people coming sneezing and coughing on them. They're taking them as the best steps they can. So just be patient. We'll get through all this. All right, so I'm going to finish egg washing and breadcrumbing all these, and then we'll get to frying. I'm going to wash my hands, get this all cleaned up, and then we're ready to do some deep frying. Pickles are all looking all nice. We're going to toast or fry these to a nice golden brown. Get our dipping sauce out and give it a try and see if we're going to make our bellies happy. Okay, we got our oil hot. It's about 350 degrees. I checked it with my thermopin. We got a towel, some paper towels in the pan. So I'm just going to fry a couple at a time just to make sure that going and get a good bubble there on the oil. It means the oil's hot enough. You don't want to get your oil too hot because it'll end up making your pickles dark, and you don't want them dark. You just want them nice golden brown. Give them a shake here. See how the bottoms are doing. Everything's looking real good so far. But I'll probably freeze like the rest of these, and I'm just going to fry up 4, and that's for me tonight. And I'll freeze the rest of these and put them in a baggie and freeze them, and I'll take them over top of the mountain there here in a couple days. Starting to get nice and brown on the bottom. I'll let them go a little bit longer before we flip them over. So we're going to keep frying these up. Then I'm going to stick them over here on the paper towels to kind of drain the oil off. And then we're going to let them cool down a little bit. I've been known to burn my mouth, but not going to this time. So let me get these finished frying up, and we'll be making our bellies happy. All right, I got these all nice and plated up here. Got my Southwest dipping sauce. Sprinkled a little bit of grated Parmesan cheese right on there. So I'm going to dip these down here. Good snap and crunch to the pickle still. I feel like I'm in the pub. Give me a beer. I'm sorry, I don't drink beer. I don't drink anymore. I don't drink any less either. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's pretty good. The sauce is thickened up. It's not too spicy, but it's got a good kick to it. My belly's gonna be happy. I'm gonna finish these off. So, give me a thumbs up, like and share. If you haven't subscribed, you better subscribe. There's gonna be a lot more videos coming. What do you call a pickle on sale? A sweet dill. How do pickles enjoy a day out? They relish it. Where is the Liberty pickle found? In Philadelphia. What do you call a pickle from the rainforest? It's tropical. What is green and pecks at trees? Woody wood pickle. Why are bananas better than pickles? Because they have appeal. What is green and flies? Super pickle! And what's a pickle's favorite show? Dill or no dill?